SBF's criminal defense team failed to win any major concessions in the hearing yesterday, despite one of the lawyers saying that they need him to be released. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also famously the editor of CoinDesk State of Crypto newsletter. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, good morning.
Putting you on the stand now, you were a witness to the hearing. What happened yesterday?
Yeah, so this was a hearing about a couple different motions, mostly by the defense team, right? One was to try and get temporary access for Sam Bankman-Fried, or at least have him or ensure that he has greater access to the internet and his computer work product for his defense ahead of the trial that's starting in about 5 weeks now. There was another one on discovery issues. The defense has been complaining that the DOJ has been producing discovery materials well past, the deadline that they had of July 1st. And then the third were just kind of some miscellaneous issues. The judge was really kind of short with the defense team from the outset. He wasn't really impressed by their arguments. He, said that the discovery was completely okay and that it could be continued to be produced. And he wants more information on the conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn before he'll make any ruling on that. But, it sounded like the DOJ was addressing a lot of the concerns laid out. And so I would be honestly pretty surprised if the judge okayed a temporary release.
Nick, what's special about you is you are actually in the court when these hearings happen. You are present. Talk to us about the atmosphere. What was going on? What was the feeling like when you were in there?
Yeah, so yesterday's hearing was actually a little unusual in that it was a teleconference. I think the judge might be on vacation because he's also been out for a little bit. But yeah, normally it's a very packed affair. There have been overflow rooms every hearing that I've been in. The judge himself has a bit of a sense of humor, so it's pretty odd in that it's a very serious proceeding, and then he'll just crack a joke and everyone will laugh, which is it's an interesting juxtaposition. But so far, I think the judge in particular has been trying to do everything as by the book as possible, giving, defense and prosecution every opportunity to, lay out their arguments and concerns and have it written down on paper so that there's a written record, which has been, really interesting to kind of just watch play out.
We're completely out of time, Nick, but I have to ask you, do we know of the conditions in Brooklyn's MDC facility that will be decided upon on Tuesday?
The judge implied that he would, at least give it another look on Tuesday, but I think first he wants to see whatever the report is and whether or not the defense's concerns, namely internet access, laptop battery access, things like that, are addressable and have been addressed before he makes any decision one way or another.
All right, Nick, thanks for joining us this morning. We will see you tomorrow. That was CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day. Don't forget to sign up for the State of Crypto newsletter on CoinDesk.com.